guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we have a new battlefield reset, or Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash. We finally have a new version that is going to have new enemies. So this is the one that has BROLY as the final boss. I don't think anything has been added to the shop because we could always get the last copies of the Shadow Dragon LR. So you can see it shows some of the enemies but not the boss. I'm not going to look into it too much, we're just going to go ahead and jump in. I'm still going to stick to the same old strategy that I always use for Battlefield, which is to just run mono teams and to take out the first enemy using the low class warrior, like free to play Bardock team basically. So if we go to low class warriors, because the first fight is usually always quite easy, and I've talked about this in previous Battlefield videos, but basically the first enemy that you fight is always the same typing as the final enemy. So that means that BROLY at the end of stage 3 is going to be int. So by using a throwaway team, like a nice little free-to-play team like this, for the first fight, it means that we save both of our type advantage teams for when we get to BROLY at the end. So obviously that makes it a little bit easier. So Invisible Man was always a super annoying first enemy to fight because of his ability to just basically dodge everything. We haven't started out with like the best setup here. All of his attacks are in slot 1, and he locked Borgos in the middle, but you know, we ate a super slot 1 with the LR Team Bardock, who, you know, we all know are not the best unit, and they didn't really take that much damage. So yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get the super with AGL Bardock, otherwise we probably would just won. Oh well, yeah, we just one-turned him anyway. So there you go, you get rid of the first enemy using a nice little free-to-play team, and that means we now have both of our physical teams for when we get to BROLY at the end. So should be pretty straightforward, and we just keep using the mono teams. I like to try and pair up the super versus extreme, but obviously it's hard to know like who the later stages are going to be. So like for example, extreme AGL, if I bring my super tech team, if one of the later enemies is also extreme AGL, then I'm going to want to have saved the better team for there. So I'm actually going to use the extreme tech team. So I use a full androids team using Super 17 as the lead, and then this guy just for the extreme tech, because obviously the tech androids have the worldwide chaos, and is it Future Saga? They're like, I don't think all of these units are on there. They actually might be. Are all the cell units on worldwide chaos? Are they? I'd have to double check that. Off the top of my head, I don't think they are, but maybe they are. Right, so let's go ahead and we'll just do this. The World Tournament support cell is pretty good. We can get 4 orbs for you. Not a huge amount, but I do wonder if they're ever going to easy A the 50% type support units, because they've kind of become irrelevant now. I really only use them in Battlefield. I'm trying to think of any out of the mono ones that get any use anymore, but honestly, it really is just in Battlefield that I use them, because they make very good sub leads because they have the 120 leader skill, and then of course obviously they're providing that 50% support, so they are really good for Battlefield. But it's basically the only place that I use them. And the thing is, like, ever since we moved into the category meta, they kind of lost a lot of their value anyway, because like say they all got an easy A now, because one example I can think of off the top of my head is the physical Gohan in the Kai outfit, because obviously we have the new Ultimate Gohan LR that is physical. Having a unit on the team that gives him 50% support and 3 key, as well as creating creating physical orbs, would be quite nice, but it means he's not supporting any of the other units on the team unless they are also super physical. So they kind of are in a bit of a weird place where even if they get an easy A, I can't imagine they would see that much use. But I don't know, I guess maybe they could do something interesting with them to make them better, but we'll see. So I will go ahead and use the Super STR team here against Frieza, which I use a Pure Saiyans team, so Super Vegeta as the leader, Kabe as the sub-leader, and then we just throw all of these guys on there. The reason why I'm happy to use the Super STR team early is because my Extreme STR team is obviously LR Cooler, because LR Cooler and then EZA TUR Cooler, they obviously make a Terrifying Conquerors team, and then they are, that team is very, very powerful, so that's going to be able to take care of any of the more difficult enemies later on. The only problem with going into the battlefield completely blind, right, because once you've done it once and you get an idea of like what the enemies are and everything, it makes it a little bit easier. But we have had enemies in the past where if it's like an extreme enemy, I think it was a Cell fight in a previous one, maybe it was someone else, but if you bought an extreme team, I think Zamasu did this as well actually, where if you bought extreme units, he got a massive amount of damage reduction against extreme units. So it was possible, it would just take forever because your units weren't doing very much damage. So that's why I do like to try and pair up the Super versus Extreme and Extreme versus Super, but especially when we're going into it blind for the first time and I don't know what the later stages are going to be, because I could look it up, but where's the fun in that, right? So so we'll go ahead and do Tapion with an Extreme Int team. For Extreme Int, we've got Planetary Destruction with Broly as the lead. Kid Buu is on the category and is the Extreme Int, like the old 120 lead. And then we just throw on a bunch of Extreme Int units that are on Planetary Destruction. Or movie bosses, because obviously Broly has that as a leader skill, so you could do that as well. But yeah, this team does work quite nicely. I like to put Kid Buu in slot 1, because he can take a fair bit of damage, but then he's a unit that he heals when he does his super attack. So even if he does take a bit of damage in the first slot, he usually just heals basically all of it back. And he's just going to dodge the super, so well done there, Kid Buu. With him only taking 5k from the normals, we are literally going to heal all of that health back, so pretty good start there for taking down Tapion. And then we'll see if Broly can get some supers off. So obviously this is the Broly that we're going to fight at the end, right? In Broly. I'm pretty sure I saw someone posting a screenshot on Twitter before I loaded this up of them getting killed by him. And the KO like screen was of this guy's super attack, right? This part here where the Ki Blast like explodes through the mountain. So this guy is the final boss. Almost took him out. I don't know if this Frieza is going to be able to finish the job. Yeah, he is. Cool. I'm always underestimating how weak these early enemies are, I guess. So, who is the stage 2 boss? Let's see, bring it on. Who have we got? Warning. And it is Super STR GT Goku. Okay. So we'll rock our Extreme AGL team. I haven't used the Extreme AGL team for a while, because the last iteration of Battlefield, the boss was Omega that was STR. So I was just always using my Super STR team. So this is a Cell team. Obviously it's Android / Cell Saga or Power Absorption. And then Super 17 is just Extreme AGL. So everybody else is on that team. Arms being on the team, now that he actually has an EZA from the most recent Hero Celebration, is actually much more useful. I had him on the team even beforehand, and obviously he was kind of like the weak link on the team, but he's definitely much more useful now. Well, this is an annoying setup here. No key for Cell is unfortunate. I guess we'll just do this and hope for the best with additionals, and we're probably not going to be able to get... Oh no? Yeah, okay, we can get a super for 18 as well. 18 is one of those few Battlefield units that I have actually bought from the shop. I think I bought her while I was still in that process of trying to do the Android's Extreme Super Battle Road no item run, just to see if trying something else would be useful. But like, I've never bought the Krillin, I've never bought the Martian Vegeta or the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. It's probably why I still have quite a lot of Battlefield memories as well, because some of the LRs like Buu, sorry, not Buu, Barbady and Dabura I know I'm like never going to use them, so I think I got the 1 copy, and I've got them up to level 10 links and everything, but I never used them, so I've never bothered to buy the extra copies for the dupes, because unfortunately with Battlefield LRs, they don't really ever age like particularly well, especially because it takes so long for them to get all of the copies to come out. Like Hachiyak has just released on JP, and at 55%, like, he's okay, but by the time you actually get all of the copies to be able to rainbow him, he's going to be essentially at the point of being almost unusable. So Goku actually is doing quite a bit of damage to this Extreme AGL team as well. I think the fact that we had like a pretty bad starting rotation obviously didn't help, but I think we should be on the right track now. Hello, Pickles. Pickles has come to watch the Battlefield progress by sitting directly in front of my phone. Look up at the camera. No? He's going to look at me. Okay, well, thank you. He's going to start licking my head now. Ah, we do love Pinkles. He's the true star of the channel. Get down off the desk, onto my lap, out the way. There we go. Alright, well, we took out Goku. Obviously, the good luck from Pickles came through. I wasn't even able to see what was going on. But to be fair, we had a much better rotation that time with the Super 17 and Android 13 combo. And then, of course, the support from having the LR androids in the last slot. So that was definitely a much better turn than the first rotation, that's for sure. So let's see. On to level 3. So we're going to start off. Okay, we got Gohan, Bojack, Gotenks, and Boo. So let's go ahead and take on Boo, and we can use our Super AGL team. So for Super AGL, I use a Bond of Master and Disciple team. This is a pretty powerful team, so we should be able to clear through this quite quickly. I don't know if Boo's going to have any interesting gimmicks. I think the problem with Battlefield is when it first came out, you could definitely make the argument that it was kind of hard, but I feel like that difficulty went away very quickly. And if you're somebody who is not a newer player and obviously has like a fairly decent level box like I do, I'm able to make these very strong mono teams. And then, you know, Battlefield honestly hasn't been a challenge since pretty much when it first came out. Like, even when, I think was it Omega that came out that was like the first big boss that had people on JP being like, oh wow, you know, this last boss actually is pretty, you know, pretty hard hitting and so on. And then when it came to global, can't really say I ever had any problems with it, but obviously, you know, that's going to be the case when you're a whale with a very high-end box. You know, these kind of events are not going to be super difficult. I mean, Gohan's still taking 200k from the Super from Boo here, though. So, obviously, if you are running somewhat weaker teams, you definitely could get caught out here. Oh, he can be sealed. Okay. Oh, wow, he heals a lot. Okay. So, he heals a lot, but he can be sealed. So, that is good. I think let's go ahead and do this. I can heal, so I guess why not. So let's do this. Having the Trunks together is pretty nice because they don't share a huge amount of like key links, but we do have the support from Gohan on the rotation, so that's very helpful. So we should be able to do quite a bit of damage here. He is healing again at the end of the turn. Unfortunately, Gohan dodged as well, because if he gets hit, he gets a attack buff, so that is unfortunate. But okay, Trunks. If we get good RNG with Trunks, then we should be able to finish him off. My Trunks is Rainbow. I got incredibly lucky on this AGL Trunks' debut banner. I got him to 90% in like 500 stones. It was pretty crazy, so as soon as he returned on a banner, I obviously pulled a bunch more copies. Wow, he dodged the additional super. Outrageous. So he can dodge and he can heal like a pretty large amount. So if you get really unlucky with the RNG, like he could dodge all of your really big hitting attacks and then heal at the end of the turn. And this fight could definitely be a little bit annoying, but change all those tech orbs? Ah, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, I guess he has been attack lowered, but he's not sealed. I mean, Gohan should live if he gets supered, right? So let's do this. Grab all of these for you. I mean, we are on full health, so we should be fine here. And then he's healing. Does he always heal at the end of the turn? Because it seems like that's where the heals have been. So I guess that is one good thing. So there's pretty much no way he survives this turn, right? If he survives future Gohan and Trunks, then there's no way he's going to survive Blue Evolution Vegeta. Well, it's just Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta at the moment, but no way he's going to survive him in the final slot, if he even lives this. So, ooh. Well, we got enough orbs anyway to get their guaranteed additional, so they finish him off. So, Boo, interesting. The fact that he can dodge and heal a pretty reasonable amount is certainly something that you're going to have to bear in mind when you take him on. So, very interesting. And let's see, who's up next? I guess we should really pay attention to, like, when you click on the fight, it does tell you what they do. So, let's go for Bojack next, shall we? So, reduces damage received, can't be stunned, disables attack and defense. So, doesn't really seem anything too crazy. And he's going to be our Super Tech. So, for Super Tech, I run Movie Heroes. All of these units are Movie Heroes, so we use you as the leader. And then I was using you as the leader, but what are your leads? Oh no, Movie Heroes is his extra 30%, isn't it? So yeah, we'll just do this. And then throw these guys on there. So Piccolo, the newest addition to the team. I replaced the old Tech Nuka Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Him and the physical Super Saiyan Blue Goku definitely need to get easy A's, but... Ooh. Not the best start here, but... Let's see. Ton of rainbow orbs for you, so very good starting turn, to be fair. Krillin, maybe, I guess, well, Krillin is probably the liability, but he's in the last slot. I think we should be looking pretty good. Of course, we don't get any of our, like, big boys on the first turn, right? We got Piccolo, we got the LR Gods, Godku, obviously very good in this particular setup for Battlefield as well now, because Bojack is obviously a movie boss, so that works out perfectly. So a Super Tech team based around movie heroes, definitely very, very effective against this Bojack stage. So, Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, he can still do some decent damage, but his defense is not the best. What's he going to take from this? Ah, 163. Nice. We eat those for breakfast. And then Krillin. Krillin trying his best. He did some damage. And then, yeah, here we go. I mean, look at this rotation. Come on. Alright, so I guess let's just do this. Grab all of these for you. Do we even need to get 2 rainbow orbs for you? Probably not. So I guess we could just do this, and then do that. Perfect. So we get the 18-key super for Super Saiyan Goku at the end. So obviously one of our leads is only 120, so you have to bear that in mind when you see some of these attack stats. We're obviously not running like double 200% leads or anything like that, but still very, very effective. I mean, that's the thing about, I was saying at the beginning about the difficulty level of Battlefield. I'm still using 120 leads as the sub-leads for most of these teams. And we're obviously still finding it very straightforward. Now, some of the stages where we've taken big damage from the attacks are those stages. So I know some people, it is more beneficial to try and run mono-coloured category teams if you can. Which obviously, like, Super Tech movie heroes is just absolutely ridiculous at this point. Right? We shouldn't really have much trouble with Bojack here. Alright, yeah, so now we have the gods finally. Oh, look at all these orbs as well. I mean, it's their first turn, so they have guard, so they basically can't take damage. And then, yeah, look at this setup. Absolutely ridiculous. All the rainbow orbs for Angel Goku as well. So, yeah, the gods absolutely just going to clean house here with their full 24 key. So they're getting effective against all types and guaranteed additional. Will they even need the additional? No, they do. Bojack does have quite a lot of HP. When you think about that, did 5 million damage. And then you look at how much of his health bar we actually took off. So he does certainly have a large pool of health. But he's just getting absolutely overwhelmed by the force of the Tech movie heroes team here. So goodbye, Bojack. And then we have Gohan and Gotenks left to go. So What's the overall... Is there an overall theme of this one? I guess there's not, right? Because if, like, Dragon Ball Saga Chaozu was the first enemy that we fight. Because, I guess it's kind of been like a mix of, like, Boo Saga and movies, kind of. Because, I mean, this stage we have Bojack and Gohan, and then we have Boo and Gotenks. So... But yeah, super physical Gotenks. Oh, he's about to have a bad time with the Cooler team. So we got LR Turles, I have the TUR of Turles, and then some supports. Jace for the Scouter effect is obviously quite useful and provides a bit of support. Cooliza giving that support for Cooler. I mean, if we start off with the LR Cooler on the first turn, which we have, with TUR, are you kidding me? Alright, well, it's gonna be a big rip for our boy Gotenks here then, I think. So, yeah, and then LR Prime Battle Frieza in slot 3, which means in slot 3 and against a super type enemy, gets 6 extra ki. So, I think this one's going to be over pretty quickly, don't you? So, yeah, just almost 10 million to start us off with Cooler. Watch him just get a bunch of additional normal attacks now. Yeah, okay. Okay, well... Look how much damage we did without getting an additional super. So, yeah. If you get the good RNG, Cooler can literally just one turn this Gotenks, which would be pretty funny. Can we still take him out in the one turn here? I guess it depends what... Oh, we lower attack, which means we do get the passive additional. Sadly, though, our additional luck on this turn was pretty bad. We just got a whole bunch of additional normal attacks. And Gotenks is going to dodge quite a lot, apparently. Okay, so that super attack from Frieza absolutely would have taken him out, but he decided to go ahead and dodge. Very unfortunate. But Scouter from Jace lets us see that the super's at the end of the turn, so we can go ahead and put LR Turles in slot 1. Full 24 ki super. I was such a huge fan of LR Turles. It was my favourite yellow coin LR for the longest time. Unfortunately, when it comes to the most difficult content in the game, he really needs an easy A if he's going to be usable again. And unfortunately, with how recent he is, the easy A probably going to be quite a way away. But we get to see the KO screen. We take out Gotenks. Can't believe we got so unlucky with the additional RNG in that first turn, because that could have been a very easy one turn. We got LR Final Form Cooler and TUR Cooler all on the same turn. So, but yeah, this is what I was talking about. So we used our Extreme Int team earlier on. Was it actually against an Extreme enemy, or was it a Super enemy? Because now we only have our Super Int team. So, what was it he does? He can dodge. I don't know if it says on there whether he has the thing about taking less damage from super types. But yeah, so for Super Int, I use a Super Saiyan team. So we've got Namek Goku as the leader, and then Gogeta as the sub-leader. So again, we are using another 120 lead. Although after that easy 8 is 130. But wait, did I not pick somebody? Okay. Apparently I missed somebody, so we have a Cyberman on the team, but I guess we should still be okay. I don't know how I managed to do that. Who did I take off? Who's not on the team? Is it GT Vegeta? I'm trying to see who's missing from the wheel at the bottom. So having a very interesting interesting go of it here. Yeah, I don't see GT Vegeta, so apparently I must have double-clicked on GT Vegeta and took him back off the team. But look at Gogeta getting the dodge. We picked up those rainbow orbs, so he has that 30% chance to dodge. Very, very useful. Dodge the super. And this Gohan apparently can be attack lowered, so that is going to make things a little bit easier. Come on, Cyberman. Yeah, you do that 28 damage. Let's go. Okay, so we'll do this. Not the best orbs for this turn, unfortunately, but it's all good. We'll get our counters off here with the Yardrat Goku. So I mean, if we get good RNG with the crits on the counters, we could actually potentially finish him off on this turn. Although I say that, I wonder if he does have damage reduction against super types, because it doesn't seem like we are doing huge amounts of damage. 1.87, maybe that is enough. What are his crits? What are his counters going to do? Okay, yeah, maybe he doesn't have the reduction against super types. He just has a lot of HP, so... But that's fine. We're going to get a few counters off here. I like the fact we managed to dodge supers in slot 1 on both the turns. Although Gohan's going to return the favour and dodge the counter. That's outrageous. How dare you dodge my counter attacks? That's not allowed. But GT Vegeta, he lowers attack as well. So, bro. What are all these enemies with their dodging? Too many dodging enemies. I don't like it. Alright, so with him being attack lowered repeatedly, I think what we do is we just go ahead and put Namek Goku in slot 1. Get the 18 key super, because he's going to get a guaranteed additional from getting hit in slot 1. And then that probably means we are good to just finish him off on this turn, right? So, yeah, because now Namek Goku's going to get... Oh, come on. Don't dodge this one as well. Alright, good. This Gohan just dodging all these attacks is outrageous. Hopefully Broly can't dodge at the end as well, because that would be very unfortunate. But yeah, the fact that he can be attack lowered basically means that like his normal attacks just cannot do damage to any of the units on the team. Gogeta getting a double super as well, so we're lowering his attack even further. Oh, I think he might live the turn though. I don't think Gotenks and Ghosts can do enough damage here. Well, especially if he dodges. God damn. We've managed to get all the way back to having the Cyberman back on the rotation. This has not gone to plan. But we should, unless he just goes crazy with the dodging. You imagine if he dodges all of these attacks and then kills the Cyberman. I would be most displeased. Alright, cool. I think this might be enough to finish him off here. Yeah, cool. Alright, well, Gohan, he hung on to dear life with all of those dodges. But now we are at the final stage. So this is it. The big boss, Int Broly himself. And let's see how well we are going to do here. So for my physical teams, for super physical, I obviously use the LR Super Saiyan 4s. So reduces damage received and immunity to being stunned. So he doesn't have a lot of effects. I guess he's just really powerful, but so we have the LR Super Saiyan 4s and then Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So we're leading Fused Fighters and GT Heroes. Make sure we don't accidentally take off any of the units this time. And let's see how we get on here. So, what have you got for me, Broly? You've got a lot of health bars. Not the best first turn. I think what we want to do here then is... Shall I put you in slot 1? Yeah. So let's grab all of these. So he does a group attack. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't leave Blue Vegito in slot 1. Because now that means he should be able to counter the group attack and then the attack that he gets hit with. So 68k on a normal for Kefla. That's a bit much. Wow, that's not a lot of damage there as well. Yikes. Okay, interesting. I could see this guy being a bit of a menace. Wow, yeah, he's got a lot of health, or at least he's got a lot of damage reduction, because we're not really doing large amounts of damage with these attacks. Well, we got one health bar down with Kefla, I guess. So it's up to you, Vegito Blue. Let me see some good RNG, get these multiple supers, and then crit on the counter. That'll be a good start here. And we've got the LR Super Saiyan 4s on the next turn with Wirus. Of course, he gets super attacked. How much is this going to do? Because we got a couple of supers off to raise our defense. 443k? Jeez, okay. So yeah, Broly is quite the hard hitter. Oof. Alright, so let's do Extreme Physical. So my Extreme Physical is the Wicked Bloodline team. So Metal Cooler and then this guy. Now, unfortunately, some of the units on this team, a little bit sketchy. So I don't know how this is going to go. This is certainly going to be an interesting one. Alright, we have Metal Cooler on the first turn. Okay, this is a good setup here, actually. So, he's only getting attacked twice, so we can't get the 18 key super. I don't really want to do this. So, yeah, let's leave you here then, I guess. So, we'll do this. Oh, no, put you back there. I want you there. Do this. And then we'll get the... Yeah, we'll get all these physical orbs here ready for the next turn. Give us a bit of extra healing if we need it. Okay, that's not too bad. And then Frieza, he does get that big defense buff after he gets hit the first time, so... Okay. This one I can see definitely being a bit more on the tricky side. Maybe I will have to revisit that super physical team a little bit, because I haven't had to use that against any particularly difficult bosses for a while. So that team's been able to carry me through. Are you kidding me? Is Cooler going to die? I feel like he is, right? Because we got one super off, and Cooler needs to attack, was it like 10 times to get built up? That was close. That's a lot of damage. We need to... Now, if we can just survive the next turn... Oh, he can be sealed. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, that changes things a little bit. So he can be sealed. Okay. So that's something to bear in mind for the future. This is a really bad rotation, though. I can see us dying here. Are you kidding me? I didn't drop the physical orbs down. Okay. I should have put... I've done it. I messed this up as well. I should have put the Metal Cooler in slot 1 because he heals based on the damage that he does. So he would have got a fairly decent amount of healing off by attacking. But... Okay. We're still looking okay here. Did we attack lower him as well? His defense lowered. Yeah, he is attack lowered. Okay. So he can be attack lowered and sealed. Alright, so now that I know that, this is actually a lot easier for future attempts, right? Because if he can be attack lowered and sealed, you just build your team around like those abilities, right? And then he's obviously going to be way easier. And then now we have all the attacks in the middle here. So if he somehow was to take out Metal Cooler, we're going to get the revival. So yeah, we managed to bring that back pretty nicely. I feel like it's almost impossible for him to actually kill us now, because even on the AoE, that Golden Frieza is a relatively decent tank, considering he's a free-to-play unit. He's still pretty strong. Although with this additional from Cooler, oh, let's go. Metal Cooler should get the KO here, so... yeah, there you go. That was a little bit hairy there for a second, but 7.2 million from Metal Cooler. I believe that is going to be enough to finish off BROLY here. So, yeah, with the crit for 11 million. So, managed to get it done all in one run. It did take 2 teams for BROLY, though. But now that we know that he can be sealed and attack lowered, the future attempts are definitely not going to be anywhere near as difficult. So, there you go. That is the new Battlefield reset with the new enemies and the BROLY final boss defeated. We did have to use... I have one character left, which is that Vegeta. So, yeah, we had to use all of our teams because Battlefield was so easy before this, I never had to use the extra team, so I didn't actually have any spare teams. So, funnily enough, if we'd actually lost that attempt with the Wicked Bloodline team, I didn't actually have any other teams left to use. So, we'll grab all the rewards, 21 stones, couple of Kais. I have 6,000 Battlefield memories. Do we actually have... Is there anything in the shop that is worth me getting at this point? Let's have a look. Battlefield memories. Yeah, I have like 2 million Battlefield memories. But, I mean, I could buy the extra 4 copies of Barbody and Dabura that I'm never going to use. But, yeah, nothing else particularly useful. But, there you go. So that was the new series of Battlefield with the BROLY boss. Let me know how you guys get on down below in the comment section. Did you manage to beat the whole thing on your first try? Did you beat BROLY with one team, or did it take a couple of teams? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.